Jai Gurudev, everyone. I will start my first podcast here on the subject of death. To see all my previous videos and different experiences I shared, you can go on YouTube searching Swamini Vishwagodavari Mata if it's the first time that you come in touch with me. And otherwise, for those who know me, welcome again. So today I would like to speak about death and about our experience with death and what is happening in us and how to go beyond. Maybe you saw recently that I was at the ashram in Germany and celebrating the Just Love Festival, and I was totally in it. This festival is amazing because it's about love, about just love as motto, and experiencing devotion and happiness, listening to music, dancing around. You can see this on the website of Just Love Festival, searching on internet. And of course, for those who know that I lost my mother not so long ago, they could just wonder what is wrong with her, how she can be happy while having had this bad experience. Because of course, it's not easy to lose someone, and especially someone very close. But it's not impossible to see something beyond, to have faith. And of course, this comes with years of experience, of spiritual experience, and to have this certitude that there is something beyond life and that our existence is not stopping here. Of course, there is a lot to say about how I came to have this strength today. Just for those who can do this experience, I would suggest to open the eyes and face death. For example, if something is happening around you, someone, maybe your best friend or a neighbor, loses someone, just try to be observer of that process and to see it clearly. You have to face it, because this is one of the biggest fears in humanity, the fear of death. But it is also the thing of which we are the most sure, that we will die one day. All of us will, change our state, because this is what it is about. There is this French well-known personality, Teilhard of Chardin, who was saying, when I die, I just change my state, that's all. And of course, if you search on the internet also other quotes about death, you will find a lot of inspiring things. But as an experience, I suggest you to go and face this. If you have the chance to go to India, I would suggest to go and see the cremation ground in Varanasi and sit there. You can be on the boat just in front of the cremation ground and see what is going on and observe. And at one moment, this experience will be so strong in you that you will go beyond. You will naturally go beyond. I had this experience myself when my husband died 3 years ago. Actually, what is funny is that and at the same time painful is that a lot of people died in my family in a row. So I had occasion to face this several times. Of course, being at distance, because I don't live in my country since 20 years, I was not so much affected, because if you are busy and you cannot go to assist to some of the burials, you don't feel, the pain so strongly as when you are at distance. And maybe that was also a way for me not to face it completely at that time. But when my husband died and when my mother now died, that was something that I had to face. I had to to see it closely and go beyond. So I encourage all those who lost someone to face this completely and to be the observer of your emotions, of your pain, and go beyond the emotion. Just reach that space in yourself where you are at peace, you are in a state of peace with yourself. It is not impossible. I experience it. This is something about which I can really give a testimonial, because I experienced it and I crossed it. It depends where you focus. If you focus on positive, on life after death, if you focus on yourself also, you have to continue to live and to let go. And that is what is amazing, because death is a process of letting go. So you have to let go. And everything in our society also is about resistance to let go, to welcome the change, to welcome the transformation. But if you have this occasion to assist to an experience like this, you will see that it's very, very liberating. Today I had two moments of recording a message for a friend who lost his child. Actually, his wife had a delivery and the child died. And that is another experience that I had as well, because I lost my second child before taking the renunciation path. And I can tell you that is also very strong. And what I was telling him is that when someone is going to another plane of consciousness outside, when you lose someone outside, you will find him or her inside. And children are our creation, and it's all about creation. And when you lose a child outside, of course, it's not something that we want to experience. Then you can, through a painful process of catharsis and about transformation of your emotions and interiorization of this, you can find it inside. And that child, which is a creation, can become an inner creation. It is a mystical process. Death is a mystical process. And if you can experience that while you are alive, it is really a liberation. It brings you a liberation of consciousness. It awakens you to real life. So I was suggesting this friend to start meditating on this painful experience and go beyond emotions. Also, when we have to know that when we are in an emotional state, we don't see clearly. We are under the same, we are experiencing the same thing that we have when we are underwater. Underwater you can't see clearly. You have to raise beyond and to come out of this confusion of feelings and emotions and see clearly. So I was telling him to be strong and to sit with this pain and with his emotions, and to sit with it until he feels that he calms down, until he can feel that emotion is getting purified through meditation. And at that moment he can be completely raised to this understanding that this experience, which is painful, is also a liberation. It's also a way to understand something greater and to raise to a greater way of seeing things. So if you had a painful experience, do this process. It will help you to understand that even our pains are our greatest teachers, and we can learn a lot from these painful moments. And it's all good, it's all positive. So stay positive and laugh whatever happens. In some traditions, death is a joyful ceremony. It is not like in our society where we cry a lot and we can't let go. It is a dancing procession, and we know that it is a liberation for everyone. And of course, every time that someone dies, one part of ourselves is going, and we have to let go, be strong, face that, and be happy always. So you too, continue to smile, whatever happens, and see you in next episode. Jai Gurudev.